This year, we were once again blessed to chat with a few of these artists backstage. First up was Britt Nicole. Britt's been touring in support of her second album, The Lost Get Found. Who are some of your musical influences?
I grew up listening to like Natalie Grant, which she's here today, and I just came off tour with her, which is fun. Crystal Lewis was someone I loved growing up. I listened to the radio mostly. I didn't have I wasn't really into music when I was younger. But right now I've really just grown to love worship music. Like I love Jason Upton and Kim Walker. I don't know if you heard of her. Worship's my favorite. So that's what influences me now, just because it puts my heart in the right place.
Britt actually turned down a scholarship offer from Belmont University so she could focus on pursuing a recording contract, which obviously paid off because in 2006, Sparrow Records signed her and released her debut album a year later. I asked Britt what gave her the courage to turn down a scholarship to Belmont.
Oh man, just God. I mean, I feel like whenever He speaks, you have that faith, you know what I mean? And He gave me peace to lay that down. I was scared. It did take some courage. My parents were, definitely asking, "Are you sure? Is this what you want to do?" And my mom even called the school and said, "Can she use the scholarship next year if something goes wrong?" But they, at the same time, were very encouraging. I knew that the Lord was speaking to me and calling me to do music and to go ahead and start doing it. I was, planning on going to college and then doing music after that, but I knew that it was time to do it right then, and it was difficult. All my friends were going to college, and I wanted to do the same thing, but I just knew that He had something different for me, so I had to surrender to that. My life verse, which God gave me when I was 17, the night that I decided not to go to school, because like I said, I was very afraid, a little afraid and a little worried about what God's plan was for me, and the scripture He gave me was 1 Chronicles 28:20, and it says, "Be strong and be courageous and do the work. Don't be afraid or discouraged by the size of the task, for the Lord my God is with you. He will never fail you. He will never forsake you." And it's just a reminder that, like when we do get scared, we can be strong, we can be courageous. When we feel like the task that God has for us is too big, He says, "I'm big enough." And then when we feel like we're alone, He says, "I'm faithful. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you." And that to me is what I need to be reminded of every day, because there's days when I just feel weak and inadequate, and He steps in and says, "I'm big enough, I'm strong enough, trust me." My mission really is to see broken people just restored, to see them find hope and to find healing. Even today, right now, I would say, one thing I'm walking through is just trusting, learning to really, really trust God. And so I would encourage people with that too, just wherever you are in your life, whatever you walk through, wherever you come from, trust the Lord. He has a plan for your life, especially for young people. I always tell them they're not alone, because I meet a lot of young people who feel like they are alone. They're walking through things that maybe nobody knows about, and they're afraid to share it with their youth pastors, with their parents, and just encourage them that they're not alone, that God is with them, that He's faithful, and that He has a plan. So just trust Him. He's going to work all things together for their good.
Britt's having a busy year, and she's also releasing an EP entitled Acoustic.
We're still working on it right now. It's 6 songs, and it's 5 songs off of The Lost Get Found. It'll be Lost Get Found, Walk on the Water, Headphones, Hanging On, which other ones? One other one. Set the World on Fire, and then one new song called Found by You that I actually wrote with Brandon Heath. About 6 years ago we wrote it. So it's really cool to see that making the record, and it's really raw and just broken down. It's more just about the lyric and about the vocal. Most, my other records are very pop, very fun. This one's just really raw and really, like I said, just more about the vocal and what the song's about. So I'm excited for people to hear it. It's something different.
Britt's on tour this fall with Hawk Nelson and plans to release her 3rd full-length album next summer.
You can walk on the water too.
Hey, what's up? I'm Britt Nicole, and you're watching Faith Rock.